For over 20 years, the City of Jackson and Hinds County have been trying to obtain funds to repair White Oak Creek here in Northeast Jackson. This year, the county received over $45 million of infrastructure money for repair, erosion problems, drainage problems, and sewer problems. The citizens of Northeast Jackson were promised over $4 million to repair this particular issue, or to fix this particular issue, White Oak Creek. However, at our past board meeting, this past Monday on July 5th, Hinds County Supervisor Calhoun reversed his vote, therefore leaving the citizens in Northeast Jackson without any means of repairing this particular issue or this problem. He decided that he would spend the money on repairing a vacant building as opposed to helping the citizens here in Northeast Jackson. This is sad and it's a shame. The politicians that are supposed to help the people are not helping the people. We need individuals who want to help the individuals with this problem in Northeast Jackson. Supervisor Calhoun apparently didn't care that this was an issue that needed to be addressed, and it needed to be addressed immediately. We have some money that has been dedicated to the county from the state of Mississippi because they thought this was a serious problem and a problem that needed to be fixed. I'm calling upon the other supervisors who voted against this to come and visit the residents in this particular area and see what that particular problem is. One of the residents is here with us today. His house is literally about to fall into a ditch. We have the money. The money is for this specific issue, and we need to make sure that we address the issues of the citizens of Hinds County and the citizens of Jackson, and not have this be a shame for individuals just trying to live their lives and to make sure that their homes are protected and to make sure that their homes don't fall into a ditch. So literally, we're just pleading with some of the other supervisors, hoping that they will change their mind and see that this is an issue, and let's use the money for what the money was intended for. Councilman Foote.
Thank you, Supervisor Graham, and for your work on this project and the chance to talk about it here. It is a really critical project for quality of life here in the city of Jackson, for property values here in the city of Jackson. The White Oak Creek has gotten progressively more unstable over the past 20 years as flash floods have interrupted and impacted the citizens that whose houses back up to White Oak Creek, both here on Carolwood and also on River Thames on the other side of the creek. And it's been something I've worked on for about the past 7 years, trying to get funding for it with very limited success. But this year, we were very fortunate, and I want to thank the state legislature for putting $2 million in the bond bill for White Oak Creek, and specifically for Representative Shonda Yates, who led the cause for White Oak Creek in the bond bill actions. So we got that $2 million, but our understanding is that it's going to take $4 million to really fix it in a way that will stabilize the creek and stabilize the neighborhoods that back up to the creek. And there's a lot of really nice homes like the ones right here in Carolwood that are having their property values impacted by the continued flash floods we see, urban flash floods that impact these residents here. So it's important that we get all the funding necessary, and it's our understanding that it's going to take about $4 million to really correct it in a meaningful long-term way. We'd hate to have to do this half-baked. That's certainly not our intent, and so I applaud Supervisor Graham and Archie for making this effort to get the full funding we need to fix this creek bed and improve both the quality of life for the citizens who live here, but also the property values, ongoing property values in the city of Jackson for the many folks who live alongside White Oak Creek. And thank you for your efforts.
Before Mr. Adams comes up, let me just basically just piggyback on what the councilman said. We could not have done this. We, meaning the Board of Supervisors, the city, without the legislature's help, and in particular, Representative Shonda Yates. She was the person that spearheaded. We wouldn't be here today if not for the efforts of Representative Shonda Yates, and we just want to make sure that we give her all the props that she deserves, because she's the person that really made it happen. Mr. Adams.
Good morning. The first thing I think you ought to do in any situation is thank people who've helped. As Supervisor Graham and Councilman Foote both said, Representative Yates is fantastic. She has absolutely been great. She helped the legislature generously and thankfully gave us some money to fix this problem, which has been going for a long time. Extremely thankful and extremely appreciative of them. I've been working with Councilman Foote and Supervisor Graham for a long time. Very thankful for all of their efforts and very appreciative. I'm not a politician. I don't know anything about politics, and I'm not here to talk about it. I know that many of us up and down White Oak Creek for years have been experiencing problems. Every time there's any amount of water that comes through that creek, it's more and more damaging. We need help, and we needed help a long time ago. We certainly need it now. The legislature graciously and thankfully gave us some money to work with, but the estimate that I've seen and know about shows that it's not enough. I know that the county has the money. I know that the county can spend the money on this. We really need your help. There's a lot of us up and down the creek that need your help. And what I would ask the members of the supervisors who initially voted against this project respectfully is this. Please reconsider that. We need the help. We need it now. If any of you want to visit my yard and see the loss of yard have had, I'll be glad to show it to you. I have a little workshop in the back. It's creeping up on that. I continue to lose dirt, footage, whatever you want to call it, in my yard anytime there's a significant water event. The money's there. It needs to be repaired. It needs to be made so that it doesn't happen again. Nobody up and down this creek is asking for anything extra. We're just asking for it to be made right, like it was before all the damage occurred, and be made in a manner so it doesn't happen again. Respectfully, again, I would ask the members of the Board of Supervisors who were not in favor of this initially to reconsider. I'll be more than glad to show you my backyard and get other residents up and down the street to allow you to show you their yards and all of the ground that has been lost and the damage that's been done. Thank you very much.
Mr. Adams, what, as far as the estimate, who's prepared the estimates that everybody's looking at?
I believe that received from the city of Jackson. I'm not completely privy of that.
And Wagner Engineering.
Yeah, I'm not completely privy to that, so I don't know, but I know the estimate that was given was $4 million.
Okay. And when was that?
That was about a year ago.
Okay. Thank you.
That means it's probably double now.
Thank you.
Good morning. I thank you for being here. I want to just get straight to the point here and not beat around the bush. The citizens of Northeast Jackson, the residents of Northeast Jackson need our help. We made a commitment to the state of Mississippi. The state of Mississippi made a commitment to the Hinds County Board of Supervisors in order to get this project done. Credell Calhoun, who is the chairperson of the board at the moment, not the president, but the chairperson, along with, I would say, and I'm going to speak these words, two dummies that doesn't understand much of anything. The people that lives in Northeast Jackson perhaps pay the highest taxes in the state of Mississippi. The people that lives in Northeast Jackson are Republicans, Democrats, white, black, and independents. We need the citizens of Northeast Jackson and North Jackson to continue to live here and to continue to be here. When we made the commitment to the state that we will give $2 million from American Rescue money to this project, And when we left the table and the deal was done, it was a handshake. Credale Calhoun appears to have backed up out of the handshake. I don't know what it is that he wants to do with the money, but I told you nearly a year ago that Credale Calhoun wants to get his hand on all of Hinds County money. Everybody in Hinds County deserves some of the money being spent in and around their community. That is what it was given for, to take care of all communities. I'm going to call out Credale Calhoun for the nonsense that he has done in terms of letting the people in Northeast Jackson down. And I can tell you that if Credale Calhoun does not change his vote, I want the citizens of Northeast Jackson to make sure that Credale Calhoun is not elected to the Hinds County Board of Supervisors. It's just that simple for me. When we cut a deal with the citizens and to make sure that things are right and people deserve an opportunity for money to come in their community, let's keep the handshake deal alive. Supervisor Graham and this community has been working for years to get this matter taken care of. We have half of the money. The Board of Supervisors just received $22.5 million deposit in our account. I'm ready today to give Northeast Jackson $2 million of that money so we can complete this project. We're not playing any games here. This is real life stuff. We have citizens that live in this community, in this neighborhood, can live anywhere else in this state, but they chose to live here. I want them here, and it's our job to take care of the entire Hinds County. Not one or two or three different areas, but the entire Hinds County. So I support Northeast Jackson, and I support Supervisor Graham 100%.
Thank you very much, Supervisor Archie. And with that, we'll take any questions from anyone that actually spoke. And we'll just, if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them. Okay. If you do not have any questions, then what we'll do is we'll provide a printout of what we said a little bit later on today. Will be available later on today also for individual interviews, and you're welcome to speak to anyone here about this particular issue. And we also want you to take a look at the budget and take a look at what we've done with the American Rescue Plan money. We have $45 million, and we're spending some of it, in my estimation, not with the greatest of care. So after that, I just want to really appreciate you coming down. We know it's hot. Thank you very much, and God bless.
Hold that in there for one more minute. There you go.
Matter of fact,
Get that
come on,
beautiful house.
There you go. Thank you.
On this side over there.
Okay.
So they can have a good picture. Let them
Okay.
come on in. There you go, right there.
All right. Thank you.
Can we get any video of the sites that you guys were talking about?
Yeah.
I tell you what, if you will send me an email or whatever, if y'all give me, I can email you a ton of pictures.
Yeah, he can email them, and they are really vivid.
I can email you an extraordinary amount of pictures from the site.
Any video?
I've got video of things, but I mean, hang on just 1 second.
Okay? You good? Okay, good. We appreciate you guys showing up.
For example, I can give you an example here if it comes up. For example, like here is a picture, if it'll come up, of what things look like in the ditch when we get backed up. Trash, down trees, got a bunch of these.
Let me just tell you this right quick, that
I
to
can
give you
email
a literal example is Mr. Adams' yard was assuming that it was right here a year or so ago. Now, his yard is right here.
I mean, you'd have to estimate it, but it's anywhere from 8 to 12 feet of my yard is gone.
Over the last year. Over the last year, it's probably a couple of feet. Over the last couple of years, when we have started really trying to get something done.
But anyway,
Okay.
no problem.
All right. Thank you very much. Thank y'all for coming down.
Thank you.
You said your email